Right, let's have a look at stage 4 then, because we had the first proper bunch sprint and there was a lot of drama, a lot of chaos. The lead in to this sprint with the laps on the circuit made things very, very fast, made things very aggressive, and ultimately positioning was key today. We saw Lidl-Trek having a few problems. For me, they were just sat too far back, started into those circuits too far back, and that's why we had the problems. Søren Kragh Andersen finished the race, Mads Pedersen's lead-out man, but we don't know if he's going to be able to start tomorrow. That highlights how important it was to be near the front through crashes, etc. If we get into the final, a very chaotic final, it's a very, very fast one indeed. And on these circuits, it's absolutely rapid. This is with around, I'm going to say, just over 1 kilometre to go. This is Edoardo Affini on the front. That's under the kilometre to go mark. There are 2 riders out the front here, and they eventually catch these riders that are just off the front. It's Ben Turner and one of the other riders we can't quite make out at the minute. But as they catch them from this point here, you can just see the chaos starting behind. And at this point here is Picnic Poisson, but this is Van Uden, the eventual winner, who had a fantastic lead out. And in these scenarios, there's only ever one lead out that always wins these. And these guys today were the fastest. Here you've got Olaf Koy on the front with Affini, and he's going to start tying up soon. Mads Pedersen behind. And then right back here, I think you've got Caden Groves. But I want you to keep an eye on this gentleman down here. That's Max Canter. He got relegated after the race after finishing 5th, but for a certain little cheeky manoeuvre he probably shouldn't have done. So as you can see, he's moving up on the right-hand side here. Caden Groves already nudging a few people. As Canter comes round at this point here, you can just see from there, he's already nudging into, he's already been past Caden Groves, but this is the point where Groves really has to slam on the brakes because he touches his wheel, which I think he's past him, it's fine. Groves should have backed off a little bit maybe, but he's already boxing on with the race leader, Mads Pedersen. So Canter there, eventually relegated for what we believe to be just a little bit of argy-bargy and maybe cutting off Caden Groves. Do we think it should have happened, the relegation? Not one bit. It's bike racing. Use your brakes if you're getting boxed in. After that, we get into the finish, and it is a fast and furious finish. As you can see, Canter's now got the better of Pedersen, moved past him, onto the shoulder of Olaf Koy. And Koy here, this is where things start to go wrong for him a little bit. The guy in yellow down at the bottom, a lot of riders starting to come underneath him. A lot of riders starting to come underneath him, and a lot of space here to go around on the right-hand side. The road does bend round to the left, and at this point here, this is Sam Bennett. I believed he should have started moving at this point to start his sprint, and Pedersen too. It's a long way to go, but with a tailwind finish, they could have used the draft off all these riders down here coming out the corner, and I believe would have slingshotted into the finish. So as they come round to the corner, these 2 guys are waiting still, and at this point here, Pedersen starts to accelerate just coming out to this corner, but watch Van Uden, he's right in the front, second wheel. This is when he starts his sprint. Pedersen, maybe a moment or 2 earlier, maybe half a second, he started to sprint. He's already past Koy, he's moving on to the wheel, past Canter, but at this point, Koy is in a very difficult position. He's on the right-hand side of the road and he needs to be on the left, so he has to pause, almost restart his sprint, and when he gets going, just look at the power of him coming down the left-hand side. But also at this point here as well, you've got Sam Bennett. He's only got this much room to go. He can't find a space through. And then you've got Caden Groves, who has all this space. And watch the speed of these 2 coming into this final, because they've got a lot of extra pace, but not enough room to pass, and ultimately too late. So as you get into the last 50 metres, Caden Groves coming up like an absolute rocket ship, so was Olaf Koy, but there was only one winner, and it was the winner with the best lead-out team. Van Uden nailed it with the aero helmet on. There's a reason he wore it, and it showed today at the finish. Brilliant victory for him.